You know what my aspiration in life is? To talk to a game journalist. Not just anyone, because I spoke with a couple, but they're not from the California publications. You know, the Kotaku, the Polygon, the Rock Paper Shotgun, those ones. Because I want to ask them, why do they do this? Like, literally, why do they do this trend? Which I have documented it up till now. Every single time there's a game coming out from a AAA company, if it's a good game that the fans love, they need to attack it. They need to just go full on the offensive, insult the fans, insult the developers, play Charles Xavier, where they already assume that the developer is a phobe or an ist or something because some joke or something added in the game that they don't like, right? So that happens whenever there's a good game coming up. And we're getting to points of ridicule, I mean like wow level of ridicule, where you have people who are paid for a living. Okay, this is their job, to talk about video games and video game culture. And they just don't understand. You just don't understand. Nathan Grayson, which I guess is like a veteran in gaming journal, just doesn't understand why people are hyped up about Cyberpunk. I mean, it's not like he doesn't know who CD Projekt Red is. It's not like he doesn't understand The Witcher and other games. No, but like he doesn't understand. Why are they paying you for it? It's like a cleaning lady not knowing how to remove dust from a surface. Like, being that incompetent at your job is astonishing. Like, you need to try to be that incompetent. Like, why do people even read these publications if they don't understand? Come to my channel, I'll explain it to you. But anyway, right, so every time a good game is coming up, they attack people, they play Charles Xavier, they know exactly why the developers made the jokes. It's because they have some various levels of phobias or whatever. And when it's a bad game that most people don't like, for instance, The Last of Us or Gone Home Walking Simulator, like something, you know, just like, then they attack people who don't like it. Then they play Charles Xavier again, saying that the reason you don't like their game is because you're an istophobe. Man, like, these people are such good mind readers. The military should hire game journalists in their ranks. Because they will just read the minds of the enemy. They will know what the enemy is planning before they do the move, huh? They're so good at reading intentions. My god, it's like they're the mutants. They like twist their eyes like this, raise their hands towards you, and they tell you why you're thinking what you're thinking. But anyway, where did I start from? I started from the fact that I want to speak with one of these journalists. Because I want to ask them, it's like, do you do this as a business practice? Like, is this the point? To create outrage? Because obviously if people like something and you call those people bad for liking it, then people are going to get outraged and they're going to share the article and blah blah blah, right? But if people hate something and you're going to like it and you're going to attack the people for hating it, then you're going to create outrage again, right? Like, if people like something and you like it as well, there's no outrage. And if people hate something and you hate it as well, again, there's no outrage. So I guess, like, my question is, do they do this simply to get clickbait? Like, is it like a business thing that they're doing? Or is it ideological? Because I noticed that the games that do not pander to some social justice politics by like having a checkbox, and you know, it's like, okay, well, we created a good game, but now we need to add a gay character because otherwise we're going to be called homophobes. Oh, we have a black guy there. Oh, make sure that you represent him properly. All right, like, don't put him in a dangerous situation or don't make jokes at his expense because then people will call us race. And like this corporate board meeting where how they create art, just having like this corporate checklist in order to please Kotaku and Polygon. So is it ideological? Because I don't know, like the things they complain about are so freaking petty. They're so freaking petty. Like Ghost of Tsushima, oh, it's racist because when the presentation happened, they put a white guy to play the flute, and they didn't hire like some actual Asian. It's like, who the fuck cares? You know, and then they complain about Cyberpunk. Like, it's such a petty grievance. Like, apparently, you know, they had this poster with a transgender person, which has a bulge in their pants, and they're saying, oh, well, it's exploiting trans people, it's transphobic because it's objectifying. And it's like, man, if you are watching this picture, right, because art is subjective, if you are watching this picture and that's what you think, it says a lot more about you than the developer. Now, if you actually manage to get a developer in a chair and talk to him and it's like, yeah, you know what, we wanted to objectify trans people by making this up, then you would have a point. But like, these people love to play Charles Xavier and assume the developer intentions, like just like they picked on Witcher 3 for not having black people in it, despite the fact that Witcher 3 takes place in a fictional Poland, and they're based on European history, and at the time, people of color didn't really travel that much into the Schengen area. But even then, it's like, so what? Like, you're telling me that if I read a Japanese story and there's no white people in Japan, I need to get offended or something? It's like, oh, the Japanese aren't inclusive? You know, like, no one cares about their outrage. It's what I'm saying. And it's like, it's not even important outrage or anything like that. The things that are literally outrageous, they completely omit to talk about. You know, like some game developer just tries to milk money from the consumer by having day one DLC on the disc, or just pushing microtransactions that are predatory in nature, or anything. No, that's fine. You know, broken games that come out on release that are barely playable, they don't care about those. You know, that's fine. But oh my god, you have a transgender person in a game which is called Cyberpunk, right? It's a dystopian future. And in this dystopian future, I guess like trans people are being objectified. But no, like they're not going to actually interpret the thing from the prism, from within the prism of the lore of the game. No, it offends their sensibilities. And they get to declare, like literally it's by decree, what is offensive and what isn't. It's like, no, this is transphobic. What is your source? Kotaku says so. Oh, well, if Kotaku says so, like, who am I to disagree with Kotaku? You know, like, the $1 million corporation, yes. If a $1 million corporation says something is transphobic, then it must be transphobic. And also, by the way, the 1% are bad. Yeah, I mean, it's getting tiresome at this point. Who even goes to these publications is what I want. Oh, and by the way, like, Forbes was whining like Polygon used to, but now, like, it's Forbes because they didn't get a CD key to play Cyberpunk. Aww, they didn't. You know what's kind of funny? Like, I remember the articles from 2016 saying that, gamers are so entitled. Gamers are piss babies. They're cry babies. Hey, they're so entitled because, like, the Mass Effect 3 ending wasn't up to their liking. And look how entitled the consumer is. These people aren't even the consumer. They're not even paying money, and they want entitlement by getting early access. They want free CD keys and early access before everyone else to these games. Multi-million-dollar companies want games for free. Like, it's ridiculous. Why should they get games for free? Why should Forbes get a CD key before anyone else? Why should they? No. You're going to play the game on release date and you're going to make a review. And by the way, you know, like in 2020, I don't even need reviews to tell me if a game is good or bad. I can just use the Steam feature in order to get a refund. Oh yeah, that's right. Guess who complained about Steam having refunds? Oh yeah, that's another thing. Like, Polygon and Kotaku, they were having an aneurysm when Steam allowed refunds on their website. Why? Because they would promote games for their friends that would last like 1 hour, you know, like some hipsterist bullshit. People would pay money for that, and once you bought it, that's it. And Steam went like, no, refund is now available. Oh my god, they freaked the fuck out. And now they're freaking out the same way, like, well, why do you even need a review from a journalist? Just buy the game, play it. If you don't like it, you get your money back. I don't think that this is a bad deal. So yeah, no, like, video gaming websites are 100% useless. There is literally zero use for video game websites. Just go on YouTube, you know, watch your favorite YouTuber that at least you have a comment section to talk with him. Most of us read what you guys have to say. And if we say some bad things that aren't true, they're not factually accurate, if I try playing Charles Xavier here, do you know what happens? You guys can just downvote my video. You can tell me about it. I'll change my mind, you know, like you have a lot more control over someone like me than of a journalist. If I recommend a game that's bad and you guys play it and you really didn't like it, I'm pretty sure you're going to stop watching my channel if I do that. You know? But I genuinely do not understand why these publications still have traffic. Who reads them? Why would you go and read Kotaku when the journalist himself admits he doesn't understand why CD Projekt Red is popular. Like, he's confessing. He's confessing to you, like, look, I'm bad at my job. I don't understand what I'm doing. And yet people still go there. Anyway, rant over. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the comment section.